We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity.
We know the air is unfit to breathe and our food is unfit to eat. As if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy.
Silence! The great and powerful Oz knows why you have come.
You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. You have meddled with the primal forces of nature.
Don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts.
Jason Bermas.
And who loves you? And who do you love?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And today's going to be one of those days where we are heavy on video you've never seen, I've never seen covered, and really the vast majority of it, vast majority of it is coming from businesses trying to sell you on digital immortality, okay? And that's going to be probably the first part of the show. AI, digital avatars, the movement into just about everything that you're no longer going to be able to believe your eyes, your ears, especially together, okay? But more than that, the selling you on the idea that you can digitally live forever. There can be avatar Bermas, okay, for the rest of your life. You know, after looking at some of this technology, and basically last night I was like, what do I want to cover? I haven't covered transhumanism enough lately, in my opinion, because it still is the numero uno topic. And often when I talk about it, I talk about this sell on the idea of what? You can live forever in some virtual metaverse. We can upload your consciousness. Don't worry. But on the other end of the spectrum, okay, what is the other sell? Well, the other sell is biologically living forever for these Ubermenschen, these people that actually believe the bull sniz that they're elite. The people I refer to as the predator class, okay? Now, there's a lot of in between. It's not just like one or the other. For instance, as you're going to see, and this all stemmed from a Gizmodo article, okay? You know, this idea of investing in immortality. And by the way, who wants you to live forever? Almost nobody. Maybe you and some loved ones want you to live forever. They love to trick you into believing you can and then euthanizing yourself for a cheap digital ripoff that will get better and better. And of course, why wouldn't it have done that? Oh wait, no, that is actually, is that what I wanted? Yes, it is. So you know what? I just didn't do it right, but that's okay. We'll do it live, right, Bill?
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
There we go. Thank you, Bill. Excellent. By the way, thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. These AI companies want to bring you back from the dead. And this is from Gizmodo. And look, Gizmodo over the years, far from perfect, but things like that and Motherboard, et cetera, they at least give you a purview into technology. And that's a lot more frank than others. I'll say that. And boy, man, I didn't know a lot of these companies existed. And really, I think it's the second company here, Deep Brain AI. They've got something pretty interesting that we're going to see more and more in the marketplace. I 100% guarantee you, after taking a look at this technology and after you see it, what's publicly available, for instance, they already have programs where you can build an AI human. We're going to show you the software. It's a little bit jerky. I'd say it's about 80% of the way there. Like if you were just like looking at it and there was a little bit more natural movement into this AI, you'd be like, okay. And then there's a little speech that's not there. Now, you name it, this AI is going to do it. For instance, if a company is hiring, why do you need a person to even interview anybody anymore? Isn't it more efficient to use artificial intelligence to do massive amounts of interviews? Now, maybe somebody's going to view those interviews later, maybe. Or maybe they're going to run that through AI as well. AI really is going to be a huge disruptor when you get to the corporate level. And that's really another reason that this corporate oligarchy is having its coming out party, because they realize now they have to consolidate power before people revolt against this technology, especially in AI and robotics, because, again, it's not going to be used to empower the vast majority of us. All right. Hereafter is another one. Hereafter kind of reminded me a little bit of Upload, which I know season 2 is out. I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch it. Upload / the Black Mirror idea of creating a clone. First, it starts with a phone app, and you're just texting with the other person, and it feels like they're using the same emojis and the same language. And then if you want, you can give them a call. And then all of a sudden, the voice is very natural, sounds exactly like your loved one. And by the way, a lot of this is aimed at, human beings' inability sometimes to accept death. And death sucks. Like I talk about it here. Especially don't like certain videos and all that other stuff because, look, I'm not celebrating death. I like life. But placating to the fears and preying on the fears of others, especially for this technology, extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. So that's actually a slideshow. And we're going to go through some of that. They get into Hanson Robotics, which I've covered since back in the InfoWars days. They were out of Austin, Texas back then. There's a Russian company that we're going to show you a news piece on that. I think Brett Baer has one of the people from, it's not Hereafter, I think it's the second one, Digital Brain. And they're talking about the avatar technology. We get that clip. But then what we got, and I don't know how we're going to get to it until the second hour, especially because one of the AI avatar sports webinars, it's pretty wild. When I was watching it, I'm thinking to myself, okay, we're going to have AI avatar announcers in 5 years. Hell, in 5 years, you'll wonder if your favorite radio or TV personality is even doing their show. Even if it's streaming live via video and audio. Is it really them? Is it really them? Because a lot of this stuff, again, for clientele, is they're doing massive amounts of scans and they're having you speak for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, however long it takes. And I'm sure it's probably up against, a matted format, a green screen, a blue screen, something like that. Probably from multiple angles, maybe even a more all-encompassing one. So it's tough to think where we begin. At the end of it, like I said, though, we're going to get into the actual bioengineering transhumanism. Now, a lot of this will be merging with not only mechanical technology. But animals are involved as well. I mean, we're already using chimeric technology within a lot of the bio nanotech, and we have for years. I constantly talk about chimeras. And again, a chimera is just kind of like two different biological organisms or more spliced together somehow. Or, you could be 99.9% of one thing, and they're like, we like this, we're going to splice that in. I mean, it's real technology. It's not science fiction. And this is from the academic world that we're going to go over. There's no way we can, that alone is an hour plus. Okay. So obviously we're not going to play that whole thing. But, I mean, they get into ethics in the first 10 minutes. This is out of Notre Dame. I think the opening presenter, he's from Stanford. And they're just kind of like openly talking about, hey, we're gonna bioengineer everything. It's the takeover. And honestly, if you've been paying attention, especially not only the last, few years when it was just right in your face, but GMO, genetically modified organisms. Everybody knows the term. So, that should be a man on the street. People should be going to Whole Foods, okay? And I would say to ask some of the boomer crowd, what does GMO stand for? They're going there, and boy, I know people call me a boomer. By the way, pretty excited. Update to voice mod. So like now, it seems like it'll actually work. We'll see. I mean, I don't want to bet on it, but it looks like if I want to turn into Donald Trump,
I can turn into Donnie T at the flip of a switch, and it's great. It's superb. It's number one. We're the best. You get it?
And now it turns off. Yeah, it's the software I paid for. Thank you. That's what we wanted, and that's AI generated right now. We've done the demon. The demon voice is AI generated, sort of like it's just a soundboard mix, but like this is like we could do real time Barack Star, real time
Barack Obama. Hope and change for everybody, for the world, for my wife Michelle, for my daughters.
We can just turn it off like that. That's what we can do. What do we got over here? Whole Foods? You mean whole check? Yeah, I don't go to Whole. There's no Whole Foods around here. It's great. What? I haven't been to natural groceries. That's what's in my area, everybody. But I do go to Fresh Time. Fresh Time's number one, man. I love Fresh Time. Everything I get there actually is super fresh, super delicious. And it's really, don't get me wrong, prices have spiraled out of control, especially if you want the top tier cold cuts, right? And that's what I go there for. Boar's Head. It's the only place in town that has Boar's Head, which is, if you're gonna eat cold cuts, you better be eating Boar's Head. That's all I'm saying. It's delicious. Maybe down the line, digital avatar Jason will have that same feeling, and it'll feel real. Boy, he did love Boar's Head. But again, these are cheap replicas. These aren't real. I guess since we only got 4 minutes in the segment, what we'll do is we will go to the article. We'll go to the slideshow so I can show you some of this stuff right here. Let's see. See, that's what I mean. So I'm looking this way. I guess I'm going to be looking that way on the video stuff. Good. All right. This works. It all works. Did I fix this? No, I didn't. Let's fix this too. We're fixing things, guys. It's Fixie McGee. There we go. So boom, boom, boom. All right. That's what we want. So let's go through the slideshow really quickly, and then we'll hit some of these videos. So this is, what is this, Hereafter? Yeah, this is Hereafter. This has the app. This is going to be kind of like that texting thing that I was telling you about. And there's already, Replicant, where people have digital avatar girlfriends that text them. There's this term out there called simp lately, okay? And I mean, you're simping for real women sometimes now. Sometimes it's not, especially like I was actually introduced to this world over a decade ago when I was premiering part of my film, Shade the Motion Picture. I met like this dominatrix slash stripper who was there with her mother. This was a G. Edward Griffin event in Long Island. And she told me what she did. And I'm like, okay. And then she goes, do you know what a pay pig is? I was unaware what a pay pig was. Maybe you are too. Maybe you should be. But basically, they were like these guys that wanted to like get denigrated on, you know, just these texts back and forth. And they just put money in like a PayPal account or whatever. It's like, what? And then obviously there end up being like dungeon clientele that want to be used and abused. Very bizarre to me. But just very bizarre too that like you'd want to pay for something like that. You know, on the less extreme level, I guess now you have OnlyFans. But I could never understand why you would be paying to do that when like you could be spending your money on going out and interacting with people and, you know, trying to meet somebody that maybe didn't want to denigrate you online or do whatever online and demand money for it later and was totally disingenuous. But now AI is going to take over that. Now hereafter, again, is preying on the idea of your loved ones. But just think about how this is going to be used in all social media all over the place as it gets more prevalent. Okay? Thumbs it up, subscribe, share. We're going to come back after this word from our sponsor. We're going to start hitting these videos too, because there's a ton of them. And we're gonna show you the hereafter. Actually, that'll be a good way to do it. We'll bounce back and forth on some. We'll show you the hereafter apps and AI after this word from our sponsor.
When I invented MyPillow, my passion was to help each and every one of you. And 20 years later, all of your support is what keeps us going. Because of you, we've been able to create thousands of USA jobs and help millions get the best sleep ever. To thank you, my employees and I are bringing you a limited edition MyPillow. The Giza Elegance MyPillow is made with my patented adjustable fill, the most amazing cotton, and a 2-inch pipe gusset. It has 4 custom loft levels, machine washable and dryable, and you get my 60-day money-back guarantee and 10-year warranty.
Go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get your limited edition 20th anniversary MyPillow queen size. Retails for $69.98, now only $19.98. That's right, get a queen size MyPillow for only $19.98.
From all of us here at MyPillow, thanks America!
And we are back. So hereafter, again, what's some they quiz you, and they have varying degrees of it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do their let's do their ad first. We'll do their ad first, and then we'll do a tutorial on how to use the app that you're seeing this lovely animated grandpa use. Right? Here we go.
What if there was one place where all of your memories could live forever? One place where you could ask any question about the life of someone you love and always hear their voice. Introducing Hereafter AI, the amazing new way to save and share memories about your life. First, you record memories with the help of a friendly automated interviewer.
Hi, I'm James. What would you like to do? What's something unusual about your childhood?
When I was growing up, my dad was a preacher and we moved around a great deal.
Got it. I'll save that memory.
Pick the topic yourself or get an inspiring suggestion. You can also upload photos to go with your stories. Then, using the power of our AI platform, your loved ones can chat with the virtual you today or years in the future. Unlike conventional methods for storing memories, Hereafter is interactive.
Hey, Grandpa!
Hello, what part of my life would you like to hear about now?
Hello, what part of my life would you like to hear about? No, Grandpa. Oh my goodness. Look, I mean, this is kind of like Jor-El/Superman, right? You go all the way back to the Richard Donner Superman series, and Superman in his Fortress of Solitude, which had secret technology in the Arctic. I know a lot of the people, the UFO aliens. Yes, secret alien technology in the Arctic, Jason. Okay, it's a movie. We'll go with it. We'll go with that. Yep, sure. But they take it and he pop it and boop it and pop it is, and he can talk to his dead father, and it's a replicant of that.
Tell me something that I don't know about you.
Sure. One time I played basketball against the Harlem Globetrotters, and I scored a three-pointer.
That's crazy.
I guess that is kind of a strange story when you think about it.
Tell me something else surprising about you.
There was a time that I was the pilot of a competition biplane and did barrel rolls and loops.
Your voice, your personality and stories, your forever. Try for free or get a gift membership for someone you love.
Get a gift membership for somebody you love. And don't worry, for the boomers out there, we'll let you know how to do it.
Hi there. This app lets you record stories and memories about your life and share them with the people that you love. They can listen whenever they want just by asking questions about your life. Right now, you're on the record page. This is where you'll save memories with the help of our friendly automated interviewer.
And by the way, this is how you know this is a startup. Everybody's using the absolutely terrible canned video. Like I worked in the corporate world for just a little bit at this MSP company, managed service provider, and there's so much canned content already in that world a decade plus ago. Okay, so much, and now AI is going to automate even more of that out.
Hello. I'm looking forward to recording more memories with you.
At the bottom of the message window, you'll see choices for what you can do. I'll pick Get a Story Prompt. A suggestion will show up in a pink message bubble. If it inspires you, great. If not, you can always click Show Me Another. Think of a story or memory that begins with a suggested prompt. Then, when you're ready, hit the pink button to start recording. If this is your first session, you'll also need to give the app permission to use the microphone.
See?
Then you can start talking.
Very much there for the boomer crowd. Don't worry, you're going to have to give some permissions here. That's not the only permission you're given. I talked about this with Fitch recently on how all this better help is even Joe Rogan. I watched the Musker Nuts interview. By the way, I watched more of the Theo Vaughn, Tucker Carlson interview. Extremely fascinating. Really a glimpse into people coming back from addiction in a lot of ways. And that's a whole nother subject matter. But, I mean, there's a lot of great commentary in there, and it just flowed rather awkwardly but well. I'm highly recommending it. There's a lot of good... I mean, there was a lot of poignant things that Tucker was talking about that I hadn't heard him talk about before. Side note, okay? You look at these apps and what they're doing, and they're having you basically, first of all, you're giving your version of events, but you're spilling your guts out. Now, with all this BetterHelp Johnny nonsense everywhere, and, telemedicine, soon the doctors are going to be just like the interviewers we're going to show you in these videos. They're going to be simulated. They're not even going to be real. They're not even going to be real. So now you're spilling your guts out to an AI all the time encouraged to talk about your innermost thoughts. Whatever happened to being stoic about some things? And by the way, I think that everybody, including myself, has certain things that they hold extremely close to their chest at times, depending on the situation. Bare minimum. That's part of being human. Is that kooky to say? I don't know. One of my earliest childhood memories is...
Always start by saying the exact words in the pink message bubble. Then continue with your story, which can be as short as 10 or 15 seconds and up to 2 minutes long. When you're done, hit the circular button again to stop recording.
I like that too. You only have to, I mean, that just also speaks to how disingenuous and bullshit this is. Yeah, you got about 2 minutes to tell your story. Now, don't get me wrong. 2 minutes is a long time. But if you haven't noticed, I do a talk show. I can be rather long-winded. And I would think if you're telling some interesting story about the fad you embraced as a teenager, a fad I embraced as a teenager, down the line, it might take more than 2 minutes to articulate that. Not here, not in the hereafter.
After hitting the stop button, you'll then have a few choices. I recommend selecting play to make sure that the audio you recorded sounds good. If it's too loud, move further away from your phone or computer microphone. Then select try again and retell your story, beginning with the prompt in the pink bubble. You'll get better results if you do your recording in a quiet place. Once you're satisfied with the results, select remember that. Each time after you save a story, you'll be prompted to record a single sentence or phrase. These will get played later to help guide your loved ones as they listen to your stories. When you read these, don't skip anything or add anything. Just record the prompts exactly as they are, word for word, as you'll hear me doing in this example.
Yeah, you can't. Hello, I'm looking forward to sharing my memories with you.
Hello, I'm looking forward to sharing my memories with you. Once you've recorded at least 10 memories, a basic version of your life story avatar will be ready to share stories. You can try it out for yourself on the Converse page, and you can invite family members and friends to access it on the Settings page. Happy storytelling.
Happy storytelling. So, that was the hereafter. Now, we're going to get into Deep Brain and Deep Brain Studios. And what you're looking at is AI Studios 3.0. And this is kind of a different animal. This is more of the Running Man scenario. Okay, and this is, again, the idea that you don't know who or what you might be talking to. Now, I'm not sure if they do Deep Brain over here on the slideshow. Let's go past the hereafter. And no, they go to Hanson Robotics. And look, Hanson Robotics, Grace, Sophia, blockchain technology now, very creepy. Very creepy. Rememory, that's a lot like what we just saw. Oh, grieving partners or children can also request to speak with virtual persons in a specialized memorial showroom. Isn't that nice? Featuring a 400-inch screen. So they make a digital avatar of you with all that good stuff. We'll get into this Russian transhumanist company and robotics in a moment. But first, I want to do these digital avatars for sure. They're important because this is the type of software that we're going to be dealing with in the near future. I'm sure I'm going to be playing with stuff like this. This reminds me a lot of the old 3D modeling days, where only much more simplified. The graphic user interface, much more simplified. And obviously way more advanced with these avatars. Like, you know, there's always like these pre-rendered models you could play with. I remember Poser was one of the first things out there. This is like way beyond that, but that's like when I was in college. It's 25 years ago. I'm an old man now. The technology has gotten that much better. So let's play this. See, there's the model. You get to choose different shapes. You can upload different assets, you know, videos, audio, pretty basic. Your titles, your subtitles, you know, because really a lot of this stuff is built, and there's a bunch of the avatars to choose from for that social media landscape. This is Deep Brain AI. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go to the 965 similarity, and then we'll do Fox News.
Deep Brain AI's digital humans are created using state-of-the-art AI avatar tech.
Look at the one looking like Howie Mandel on the end. Tell me that doesn't look like Howie. Tell me that's not a Mandel.
Knowledge. High-res lip-sync technology and unique gestures are used to create realistic virtual people that are indistinguishable from a real human. High-quality virtual humans that smoothly connect various gestures and express their entire body, that smoothly connects various gestures and expresses the whole body. Implemented the world's first real-time response technology using fast synthesis that distributes and operates multiple GPUs. The virtual humans are already being utilized in various fields. You can customize your own digital human.
There they are. AI Anchor Wang. AI Anchor Wang. AI Anchor Wang. Say that 3 times fast. I'm glad that we have an AI Anchor Wang. So, we're about to take a break. I need you to thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. Come on, not even 100 thumbs up out there on every platform. That's how we get it out there. Let people know about the broadcast. Let people know about the RVM show, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Thursday. Let them know about the premium interviews. Hopefully now, that we've got this going. I still got a lot of moving to do. But in the next couple months, we'll get our groove back. And maybe even get some more guests on the regular show. We haven't had any guests on just the regular show. I know that a lot of you watch that 3rd hour over on the RVM stream because you're watching the 2nd hour over at rvmrumble.com. But I like to interact with people. I like to have conversations that matter. Really interesting conversation on the other show with a insider White House stenographer there for 2002 to 2018. Dealing mostly with the vice president. Those are intriguing conversations to me. AI stuff, but I like the real world stuff as well. Other people's insights. You should too. And it's people. One talking to AI. We'll be back after this word from our sponsor.
We interrupt today's programming to bring unfortunate news. Biden's dangerous plan for a digital dollar is underway. Don't be fooled. It won't benefit you. So take action now. The Federal Reserve's phased deployment of FedNow began on July 1st, 2023. Be prepared. This may catch many off guard and put your hard-earned assets in jeopardy. But here's the good news. There's a simple legal tax loophole to opt out of the digital dollar. Speak to someone at American Alternative Assets for a free wealth protection guide and discover how to safeguard your wealth with gold and silver IRAs against a failing dollar and volatile markets. Dial 833, the number 2 USA Gold. Yes, call now, 833-287-2465. This invaluable guide provides precise steps to transfer your IRA or 401k into precious metals without any tax consequences. Don't let Biden force you into using the government's new digital dollar. Call 833, the number 2 USA Gold. Yes, call now, 833-287-2465. Act swiftly, 833-287-2465.
Do quickly want to give a shout out to those supporting the broadcast. Rebecca Brown, thank you so much. Says, hope you enjoy the new location. Here's a little scratch to ease the way. Appreciate that. And then Scott Free, a little extra tipski and Hutch to celebrate the new studio. Congrats. And sounds fine, by the way. Hopefully everything's sounding pretty good, looking pretty good. I don't know. What do you think of the color? Is it natural? Is it not dark enough? Is it too purple? What do we got? Do I need to yellow it up, red it up? You guys tell me what color you like Jason Bermas to be. How's the frame rate? Because it's only with this camera. Although I like how clean it looks. Really 24 frames a second in a 30 frame a second output. Now it's supposed to do 4K 60, and I'm only doing 1080. I know we're doing tech talk here, but it is AI day. It's AI day over at RVM. But you can only do that within the software. And then since you can only do that within the software, there's this NDI thing. I don't know if I like it. Let's see. A little extra tips you can Hutch for the new studio. Congrats. Sounds fine, by the way. Perhaps some of the extra scraps can go to buying a kind of bird netting to surround your place. I did not tune into Bermas to go on jungle safari. Fingers crossed. Yeah, no, there was no dead bird outside yesterday after it hit my window. Seems to have been fine. I probably just put up some shade there. You know, like that's what I really, one of the next things I need to do, put up curtains, do it big. We'll do it big. We won't do that live. I promise you. Now, let's go to this Fox News piece with the company you just saw. And then what I want to show you is the other things that they're doing. More of the studio, the interview process, and then the webinar showing you how they're creating AI golfers. I thought it was just going to be like the sportscasters themselves. No, they're creating the AI golfers as well. So let's go to it right here, Fox News.
This evening, we continue our series on the rise of artificial intelligence by examining how AI is helping people cope with the death of their loved ones. And the solution is raising some serious ethical questions. Here's correspondent Mark Meredith.
Instead of saying goodbye forever, artificial intelligence lets people live on virtually.
To create the digital twin of real person to AI avatar, we usually shoot 3 hours.
Michael Jung is CFO of California-based Deep Brain AI. For roughly $10,000, the company records a person's voice, face, mannerisms, and asks them questions to help a computer later generate personal responses even after they're deceased. The technology can provoke strong emotional reactions, but creators say that's the point. In 2020, a South Korean documentary crew captured the heartbreaking moment when a mother reunited with her deceased 7-year-old daughter through AI. While she couldn't physically touch her daughter, the moment is chilling. Psychiatrists telling Fox technology like this can also create problems.
The potential for it to come up with sort of wildly inappropriate or wildly inaccurate behaviors, comments, images even, is right now, I think, quite high. And that could be extremely disturbing.
Experts believe while the tech is improving rapidly, it could also backfire. One philosophy professor writing in 2021 that AI grief means it will be more difficult for people to arrive at some form of closure.
Well, that's the whole idea, because there is no more closure. They want to sell you on some bullshit idea that you're going to be able to upload your consciousness. That if you give it enough information, they're going to be able to recreate it all. It astounds me that more people don't see that. And at the same time, what do you think this transgender thing is? It's so you believe, again, that somehow, some way, you can be anything you want, right? It's not just a man or it's a woman. It's fluid. It's a unicorn. It's not non-binary, zeros and ones. It's, pony. You're a pony. You're Ponytown. Ponytown, USA. Like, come on, man. And again, if they disassociate you enough from your humanity and you don't have closure and there is no closure, right? That's the new cell. Upload your consciousness. Be in the avatar. You are the avatar.
The Portland Institute for Loss and Transition recently did a study on how people mourn with chatbots. It found that people who use the AI saw a boost in self-confidence after using the tech in the grieving process. But Brett, researchers admit this is so new. It's a complex issue, and they believe further study is needed, but this is certainly where the future is heading. Brett?
Mark, great job with this series all week long.
Great job, Brett. Great job. So this is how you do it. Now you can create this video yourself. So yeah, this is publicly available.
You can create this video yourself.
This video is job training.
Hello, I am AI Anchor Maya. Possibly at a 42% discount.
The coffee industry is booming with global.
So now, with these presentations, personally, I love the inclusion. It's very diverse here of the Arab gentleman and the small Asian girl. We're going to need that. And then like the anime character blonde woman. Fantastic. Deep Brain AI. Okay? So this is Deep Brain in the interview process. We're going to do that next. And then we're going to show you the webinar. One of the guys that was interviewed in the beginning of that news clip, showing you how it's going to revolutionize sports. And like, I was thinking sportscasters. No, they're like, hey, we'll just have full AI games of humans that aren't real. Like, I can't imagine that I'd ever really want to watch an AI fight. But I guess if I didn't know it was an AI fight, like an MMA fight or a bare knuckle fight, I could be tricked into it. If it was perfect, I mean, if it was photo real, I mean, we're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. So,
Need people, but too many applicants? No worries. AI Interview has got your back. Take virtual interviews anytime, anywhere. Immediately review interviews. If I had done all this, oh gosh. Discover Nicholas's video. AI Interview automatically converts video into text. Designed for easy viewing at a glance. Customize your viewing experience. Select specific segments and adjust playback speed. Incredible! ChatGPT summarizes the interview for you. No time for interviews? We got you covered.
Delegate your interviews to AI. Focus on your core tasks.
Hi, I'm Brent. I'm going to be your interviewer, and it's an AI. You never talk to a person. And then ChatGPT, which has already proven itself ultra deceptive, is going to decide whether you get to the next level or a human being even looks at your application. That's not tomorrow. That's today. That's happening today. Is that okay with everybody? Are we celebrating that? I don't know. Call me kooky might not be the best idea.
It's okay, Dave. Everything's going to be fine, Dave. The AI interviewers will help, Dave. Productivity improvement is coming, Dave.
Give me a break. No bueno, no thank you. But, you know, I'm going to turn the audio off as we kind of like sift through this one quickly. But they're revolutionizing professional sports, how AI avatars redefine the sports experience. Okay? And there's the woman right there with the IKEA and the interactive commercial. Let's do her right here with this just for a little bit. Because then when we get to the sports stuff, okay, that's the tennis stuff, but the golf stuff is really incredible. It's talking like the younger version of the guy too. Okay, but let's go back to right here. Hi, my name is Paige. Let's do that.
Based on the real person, but we also can create synthetic avatar too, non-existent face, and you can see her facial expressions and her. We also cloning her voices, her mannerism and gesture and so on.
And just so everybody knows, he's up in that corner right there.
Paige. I am one of the newest virtual employees at Deep Brain AI. I am an artificial human made with deep learning technologies.
So this is what to make the video, the text-to-video solution we call AI Studios, and France TV and SK Telecom use both the AI Studios, and the next solution is the AI Human. AI Human is the AI conversational service that AI avatar can communicate with users, integrating with STT and NLP. Later, SK Telecom will share how they use the AI Human that we did the golf instructor, providing the golf lessons. And I want to show one demo that we have made this is the concept video we have made, and I will play the video.
So here we go. They're making ads for IKEA via AI. And here it is. Oh, see, it's so, and he's drinking his coffee. It's so low. Let's go to this.
Since 4 years ago, we started with Korea, and now we're expanding to China and other countries. Our solution is not trying to replace the human or the journalist. Because nowadays there are so many of digital media channel that cannot all the human can showing on their air and the filming it. We want to support our TV media network, but we have more use cases that Sunny want to share too. So I will go to SK Telecom, and we're gonna have open discussions in the end.
No, it's just, we don't want to replace the people or the journalists. No, Sonny, what are we going to do?
So Sunny, can you explain what you have done for SK Telecom Open?
Okay, before I start explain our AI project, for your information, I'd like to introduce what is SKT Open Golf Tournament and who is KJ Choi. SKT Open Golf Tournament, now in its 26th year, is one of the biggest major level golf tournaments in Korea, like US Open or Masters. So SKT utilizes this sports tournament as a platform to showcase our vision as an AI company. At SKT Open 2023, we offered a unique AI experience to our golf fans by leveraging our AI and media technologies. And KJ Choi, he's a representative star player of SKT Open. He's a legend in Korean men's professional golf. He's also PGA Tour pro, so he has been actively participating in many.
He's been participating in many of the PGA things. Now watch what they do. They build a digital avatar. They DH him. They put him in real time when he's not there. It's like Running Man stuff. We got to take a break. We're going to come back. It's going to be the last segment of the first hour. Remember, the second hour lives over at RVMRumble.com. In the second hour, we're going to go to this Notre Dame academic conference where it's the other side of this. It's not just the deep fakes and the virtually living forever. No, these are the transhumanists that want to take over biological life and merge it with machines, amongst other things. Back after this word from our sponsor.
Attention Americans, breaking news. Biden's dangerous plan for a digital dollar is underway. Don't be fooled. It won't benefit you. Take action now. The Federal Reserve phased deployment of FedNow began on July 1st, 2023. Be prepared. This may catch many off guard. Your hard-earned assets are in jeopardy. But there's a simple legal tax loophole to opt out of the digital dollar. Reach out to American Alternative Assets for a free wealth protection guide and discover how to safeguard your wealth with gold and silver IRAs against a failing dollar and volatile markets. Visit protectfrombiden.com. This invaluable guide provides precise steps to transfer your IRA or 401k into precious metals without any tax consequences. Be smart. Don't let Biden force you into using the government's new digital dollar. Visit protectfrombiden.com to get your free guide and get started. Again, that's protectfrombiden.com.
All right, we are back. Final segment of the first hour. I had that kind of goofy a little bit just because we were watching that other video. I want to go back to that quickly. Where are we? Bam.
Today, we're going to talk about
continue.
Many tournaments based in the US, and he won a total of 18 professional titles, including 8 US Tour victories and 1 European Tour victory. So, as SKT has been his main sponsor since.
So can you continue to explain?
Oh yeah, on the screen we have 2 KJ Choi here.
All right. The real KJ Choi, and then the AI KJ Choi is giving the comment of how he played the golf at the time, right?
So he's commenting on himself, and then here you go.
Conversation.
We can make this AI KJ Choi because SK Telecom is mobile carrier company, but they also have solutions such as like TTS. So the SK Telecom had the cloning of the real KJ Choi voices, and we did the facial part to combine for these two so that we can create the AI KJ Choi. Even we didn't film real KJ Choi to capture of the real person of video footage. That's why we can create of this person, right?
Right.
And we'll go to next one. And can you explain the next project you done?
Okay, this is a second AI project at SKT Open. It was a little special because we tried to present AI human role in a different way. This is created AI, teenage AI KJ Choi, and we filmed a touching documentary featuring a conversation between real KJ Choi and the teenage AI KJ Choi. So this documentary goes beyond the usual AI human role and aim to touch people's emotions and showing AI as a human-like figure that can move and inspire.
Move and inspire. So he talks to himself. They already kind of openly admit to the emotional manipulation of everything. This is where we are today, not even where it's heading. Okay, this is where we're at today. I want to move on. I want to go to this company right here, kind of as the competitor to Hanson Robotics, because this is a global issue. This isn't just the United States. This is everywhere. Everywhere. All right, so let's play this right here.
Russian robot manufacturer Promobot has been perfecting how its humanoid robots mimic their human creators in how they look and move. Promobot robots work as talking assistants in government centers in Moscow as well as universities. They are produced with a mental skull covered with several layers of silicone skin, but the company's technical director, Igor Yeremiev, says the key to a good imitation is in its mechanics.
Как робот даже выглядит, это не основное, а основное на самом деле, чтобы он был похож на человека.
For resembling a human, it does not matter how much the robot looks. It matters how it acts. For now, the robot has about 40 servo motors in its head that follow the movement scripts. Our team is programming it. On every part of the face, there are around 40 moving points. The motors are moving these points, and we can see the emotions. We can see there that the robot is trying to smile, open its mouth and move its eyes, brows and cheeks. It all moves with the help of servo motors.
So this is the Westworld aspect of it, right? Also creepy, but really to acclimate, I think, it's just like right now you have the humanoid robot Optimus being built by Musk, and you've got now these humanoid-looking robots over in the Amazon factories. This is by design, again, to acclimate you. And the Westworld scenario is extremely disturbing because it takes you from a world like this with the robotics, right? And then all of a sudden, they're more bioengineered robotics, right? They're like 3D printed almost in this like amniotic milk type thing. Yummy. Yummy.
The company plans to bring even more lifelike features to its robots in the future.
We already have requests for movable arms. You have seen a robot with just static hands as it sits there. We're now developing movable hands that could perform some gestures during conversation. I think in the first place we will make it stand, and later in the nearest 3 or 4 years we'll make it walk.
According to the company's website, Service Promobot, founded in 2013, works in 40 countries around the world as administrators, consultants, guides, and concierges, replacing or supplementing human employees. In 2019, Promobot V4 became an employee of the American College of North Carolina.
Good old B4, huh? And again, there's an artistry to this, but they want them to... It's not a human. It's not ever going to be a human, no matter how far advanced it is. But again, it's going to psychologically acclimate so many people in a manner they cannot understand to accepting this type of thing, which is not good. No bueno. No bueno. And it's going to get better and better and better. But as that gets better, the bio-nanotech in our food, in our air, in our water, just kind of woo. And that goes along with the pharma that so many people are on. It's an attack on humanity. In fact, there's this article that I did want to get to. What are we doing here? See, I already did it wrong. Already making mistakes right over here. Welcome to the party, pal. So, posthumans revolt against responsibility. Okay? And this is a good one because it's just like refuting the philosophies that welcome human extinction. They show, oh, we're so bad. No, we're not. And by the way, this is, if you want to watch, it's going to be in the second hour, The Genesis of Engineered Life, Co-Creation and the Culture of Bioengineering, Notre Dame Computer Science and Engineering. And by the way, just so everybody knows how many people have seen this, this is from December of 22, almost a year ago. And since we do it live, 79 views. That's 79 views. Less than 100 people and maybe some people that were there. We're going to watch it because this is the other side of transhumanism. Okay, this is where they'd like to experiment on the vast majority of us biologically with all the things I just talked about with the bio-nanotech in the food supply, in the air, in the medicine we get. All right, and we just get to be the guinea pigs. Isn't that lovely? And what works, what doesn't, well, that can be revealed over time. We got right here, little Rockfin, Tipsky, and Hutch. TD, he said, no bueno. And I agree. No bueno indeed. But again, these are the academics. These are the people that are working with the military-industrial complex. All right? These are the ones that are putting it out into the public arena. Okay? That's what's happening. So I think it's really important. And that's the thing. Do these academics think that they're going to be able to partake in this technology? The vast majority of them, of course not. They're to be replaced by the AI. They're to be replaced by the robots. They're to be replaced by the cheap imitations. No, thank you. No, thank you, Mr. Singularity Kurzweil. No, thank you, Miss and Mr. Rothblatt. No. From transgender to transhuman? No, 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 and no. And I know that right now, like the hot topics that everybody else are talking about are the transgender Christian shooter person. Yeah, guys, that was a very mentally ill person that was susceptible to the noise that is propagated constantly via the mainstream. I'm sorry, that poor person just along the way the nurture wasn't there and the nature wasn't in them to combat the barrage of attacks psychologically that came at them. In a lot of ways, you know, and I'm not trying to say what they did wasn't completely and totally egregious. Of course it was. But think about how they were victimized by a system so much that they actually believed that they were in the wrong body, and they actually believed that white privileged people, this is a white person, were somehow oppressing them. And they actually believed that to a point where the idea, and Christians as well, that they would kill innocent children based on, again, not the content of their character, but simply who they were. That's crazy. Crazy exists. And not only just that barrage, but you know there was a pharmaceutical barrage on top of it. Believe the hype. If you don't think that person was on big pharma all the way, come on. You know, I saw some people in one of my groups commenting on the Alaska plane person and the microdosing mushrooms. No, they were heavily medicated for 6 years of depression. The microdosing mushrooms 48 hours earlier had nothing to do with it. That's imagination land. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not why the guy had a manic, dissociative episode, freaked out and tried to kill everybody. Just saying. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back just for a minute in the first hour. I'm going to tell you where to find that second hour for free over at rvmrumble.com. Of course, back after this word from our sponsor.
If you're like me and you want to be prepared for the unexpected,
that's where the Wellness Company's emergency medical kit comes
over
in.
40% of Americans say that they would avoid a doctor or a hospital unless it was a catastrophic situation.
Medical emergency kits with...
The kit contains 8 potentially life-saving medications for you to keep on hand in the event of natural disasters, supply chain shortages, medical emergencies, or like an apocalyptic situation. These are the actual medications that you would need in the event of certain situations. So they've got emergency antibiotics, antivirals, antiparasitics.
Thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. Remember, we do it live here at redvoicemedia.com, 9 to 11 a.m., 9 to 11 a.m., Monday through Thursday. The second hour lives over at rvmrumble.com. We're going to be doing that watch along with the Notre Dame people. I suppose you could spend an hour just with them. But, I mean, these are going to be some hard pills to swallow. I'm sure along the way, we're going to go to some reference material on top of it. So come along for the ride. Join Jason Bermas, Reality Rants, and YouTube. We will see you on the floor.